Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's stream of the ADEC Design Endurance Championship here on Gran Turismo 7, brought to you by the Drivers Room and ADEC Design here at Kyoto for Group 2 racing. We've got the Super GT cars and we've got the 90s GT1s all ready for you for a cracking race. It's been a fantastic season so far. We've had a whole mix of winners. The championship is very, very close up at the top end of the series, separated, I believe, by about 4 points. So we will still, after 4 rounds, it's all to play for. As we just get ourselves set up for the stream itself. And then we'll run through tonight's race. So as I said, this is round 5 of 9 at the Kyoto Yamagiwa circuit. It is in the normal way round, and whilst there is someone as we get on board for the start of qualifying, the guys are just coming out and just starting the beginning of their qualifying laps. So we've got Gadget 334, Serval Job, Jaganat, Luco, Lubba Barnett, Vlave, Topa, Blue Racer, Senna, and TCR KGR Racing. KGR there. And we've got Dennis, we've got Mark, we've got Mickey, we've got H-Boss. So, we'll start our first lap and we're going to go on board with series organiser Gadget 334. At one of, historically, this is one of Gadget's best tracks he's ever raced at. I believe he's had at least one win here. He had a win in Season 2 of 2020, which sealed him his title back on Gran Turismo Sport. However, that wasn't the full version, and this is, of course, just the Yamagiwa circuit, as he smashes across the curbs there through the fast chicane up towards the hairpin. He's also been very quick here on the opposite layout of this before, getting a podium back in 2019 Season 6 round 8. I believe he got 3rd on that day. Or 2nd, one of the two. This is a short lap. We're looking at about 1 minute and 25 or quicker lap times. For qualifying, we're looking probably in the 1:23s. Last time out, it was at Red Bull Ring, by the way, and it was a win for Sir Bottlejob, who we will jump on board with now, who has just backed out the of his lap. Sir Bottlejob putting himself well and truly in the running for the title, currently leading the championship with 4 points over current season champion holder, I guess, Blue Racer. All job in the number 6 Lexus tonight. We'll be trying to continue that good form as we head through turn 1. Might as well mention, as we've mentioned him, we'll go on board with Blue Racer. Blue Racer having a bit of an up and down season so far. Dominated the first race using this very car, but since then has had 3 slightly scrappy runs. But we do expect some good things from Blue tonight. This car probably not as favoured as the Super GT cars. It's a bit more downforce at this track required, more than just pure brute speed. But he'll still be mega fast on the straights. We see Topa there, almost dropping it. The NWR racer holding that nicely as she goes through the fast chicane. The number 35 car. And then we'll jump up to Mr. Jaganat. It's our 3rd place championship position. Not yet had a win, but been the most consistent of our drivers with 2 second places and a 3rd and a 4th, which was effectively the win in, let's say, Class 2 of the first race. So Jack trying to build on that strong start to the season. So we see Senna there going to come off the mediums. So Jaganat in the Honda, the car which was vacated by Blue Racer. And Blue Racer, they basically switched cars. Blue Racer switching into the CRK, and Jaganat switching out of it. Another driver who has been looking mighty quick is Bottle Job currently in first with the pole. And we've got Luco currently in third. It's very close at the top at the moment. Showing some good balance here. Those tyres are absolutely ruined already, so this one probably won't be much of an improvement. But we'll see through the hairpin. Luco in the 4th position though in the standings. A little bit further back, but still within, you know, possibility, striking range of a championship run. Is further back because they didn't race last time out. So they've already got a drop score of 0, which later on in the season can work in 2 ways. It means you've got less chances of making mistakes, but you're dropping less points, so you know where you stand. And we've got Vlave in the 2nd position. One of the, I'd say, one of the most improved drivers that we have seen over the course of this year compared to the end of 2021 to now. Vlave's really put in the hours and really shown the improvement in pace. And the 109 car comes in for a fresh set of sticky boots and heads back out on the circuit. Who else have we got on track? We've got Topa, who we mentioned beforehand. Topa in the 35 Honda NSX, a car which she's driven for a very long time now, but probably over almost a year and a half, 2 years. This car's been pounding around the circuit in various fantastic paint schemes. Tonight in the green, as she sets herself up for a lap. We've got KGR Racing, new racer for the series this season, in the very brightly painted black and orange car. Doing good work in the 24s. And we've got Glover Barnett, who is building himself up on these laps. He's usually a driver who needs to build themselves up. Nicely through that. Not the perfect run though, probably had to steer a little bit too much through there. As we see, Bottle Job has improved up to a 123.2. And we've got Mickey in 11th. A driver who has improved a lot this year. Possibly not got the absolute raw pace of some of those further up the field, but has worked really hard on consistency and strategy. Has put in some good races in the Newton Wave racing car. And you've got Mark GT83, returning to the series after a couple of weeks off in the first couple of rounds. Out there in the 83 Nissan GTR with the greedy turbo installed. Install your turbo for more power. And we've got Dennis in the CLK. The 999 car, of course, was very fast in the first round. Had a couple of... It's had a few good rounds, actually, I believe. Oh no, I do apologise. That first race was good, but then the second and fourth race have been a little bit, probably a disappointment for Dennis. However, I'm sure tonight will be a good round. Grimlock in the GTR. Lovely to see the original voice of the driver's room back out on the ADEC scene in the 216 car. We've got Senna in the CLK. So far, the CLK is looking a little bit down on pace. It's worth noting that we have had an update to a lot of the physics of the simulation, so there may be some effect of that, but new tyres and some tweaked suspension geometry and things like that. But that's a much better lap from Senna, just outside the range of P13. Rear racer in P9 currently doing 23.9. That's very impressive given the car disadvantage. Gadget in P8, H-Boss into P7, also in the 23s. Bottle Job back down to a 23.0. So, still showing the pace. Jaggernaut in P2. 10th and a half clear of KGR Racing. Is Jaggernaut on an improved lap. Find out next time on. As we head through the sweeping hairpin. What's the lap looking like so far? It's not a purple, but that sounds like it's an improvement. So if Jack can have a clean final sector, this has a chance of being an improvement overall. Oh, but he's wide through that hairpin unless he's going for the cutback run. Possibly a little bit of dirty air from Dennis in front. Let's see what we get here. No improvement, but Luco has improved up to P2. One thousandth slower than his best time. Lave, a very impressive P5 at the moment. It's very good work. Barnett on a fresh set of sticky boots. It's a little bit down on his opening best lap, or best sector. So we flow through the track. Let's go on board with the British driver. Heading now down through the fastest part of the lap, the most committed part of the lap. Throw it over that curb, throw it over the next one. As we go up the hill. Breaking down hard into the tight hairpin. It's a great corner though. The camber on the inside giving you loads of grip, it feels like. A couple of tenths down, not the best in middle sectors. Let's see what Barnett does through here. A little bit late on the gas. Go through 50 up. Power back down. And Jaggernaut first into the 22.9s. And we have a displaced front pole setter. A couple of tenths off. Can Barnett find a little bit of time? Lave is carrying a penalty. Must have hit a wall somewhere. You can see the damage. KGR Racing down to 5th and hits the wall hard. We've got Gadget up to P4, his best qualifying, I think, of the season so far. Luco back down to P3, but he is on for a purple lap so far. But he is a 10th down on himself, so this is going to have to be a pretty mighty final sector. A little bit confusing. I guess maybe P... don't know, but those tyres are absolutely ruined, so... not sure how this is going to be a pole position lap. Everyone's probably got enough time for 2 more runs. No improvement today. Old job in the Lexus. Jaggernaut in the Honda. Very interestingly, actually, the 3 Emperor drivers, all in different Super GT cars. No brand loyalty there. So each driver finding a different car that they like. There's Luco in P3. Still not improving. Probably waiting to the last possible second. Of course, the fuel does come off as we go through this session. And Glover now up to P4. So that's another great drive. Or great lap from him. Gets himself up to P4, his best qualifying of the season. Of course, he had that pole position in S1. Tyres are falling to pieces though, so I doubt this will be a further improvement, but 0.266 off the front of the grid, only just behind Luco. It's interesting, a lot of people think the GTR is the best car. So far, the GTR is the 3rd best car. But we will see if Luco can put in an absolute stunner at the end of the session. As we see, Bottle is purple at the moment, so we'll ride on board with Bottle. Losing all the curb and a bit more. The Honda is the slowest of all the cars in a straight line, it's worth pointing out. We've just gone through the fastest part of the lap. The last bit of the lap is probably where the Honda is the strongest. but we are still purple here, so let's see what happens. Full commitment down to third gear, throws it in. Back on the power hard as we head towards 50R for the final corner. Brakes after the 50-meter board, goes wide on the way in. He's got to wait, smashes the power hard now, using the traction control to settle the car, and off we go. What's this going to be? He's got a distant toe. Will that give him just that little bit he needs? No, it does not. Not the best of final sectors. And that really just, like I say, showed just how powerful that Honda is in the final sector. Does that leave the Honda slightly susceptible to a to being caught in the first part of the lap? 160 miles an hour. What are they going to do at the bottom? Jaganat's improving as well. 172 miles an hour on the run through there. We'll double check the other cars' speeds. Absolutely, I mean, amazingly close. What's that? The top 12, the top 11 within a second. Amazingly close. But it is the CLK. He's currently bringing up the rear of the field along with a couple of others. We're going to stick with this battle at the front. Jaganat still got that 10th up because he still have a purple lap in him. Oh, a little bit of sliding on the way in. Will that compromise his exit? Is this the lap, or was the lap on lap 8 better? Oh, a 10th difference. Still not quite proved enough. Gadget up to P3 now, so again we've got another mover. He's up by a 10th. Let's go on board with Gadget as we head through the chicane. H-Boss now up to P3. They're all putting in the fast times now. Now the fuel's coming off. Everyone on their probably final runs now. This is a great qualifying session. We've got 3 different manufacturing cars in the top 3. Then we've got, like I say, 5 Nissans in a row. Yeah, 5 Nissans in a row now. Topa's up to P8. But the Nissan is the most popular car. I don't know if this is going to stay on for pole. I'd say that didn't look like the quickest run through there, but maybe it was just tidy. Sometimes a tidy car can be quicker, but just look slower. As we run up towards the line, this is looking good. It is good. And Gadget smashes one onto the pole at the moment. Well, I said he was going to be quick here, and this is a lucky circuit for Gadget. At 22.8, this is the first potential pole position since the final race of 2021. And he's 2/10 up on himself in Sector 1. What has Gadget unleashed? Oh, not quite as good a run through the top corner. Bottle has closed in, also into the 22s. We'll see if Jaganat can respond. He's 6 seconds into the lap. He was one of the last across the line. Oh, that sounded a little bit ropey there for Gadget. Oh, he's on the grass, and he's lost it. Everyone will get these laps in. Now it's a Bottle job. Purple at the moment. Jaganat just behind him. But Bottle's got quite old tyres, but still putting in good lap times. Jaganat on absolutely fresh tyres. He's going to have a little bit of a wiggle through the chicane there, though. That's probably cost him a little bit of time. A penalty for Bottle. That's Bottle out of the running then. Luco to the... Oh no, Luco is to the pole. 22.5. A stunning lap there from Luco. So the GTR does manage to get itself back on top. We have seen Gadget drop back. Does anyone have anything for Luco then? Who's been in the 4th or so position the entire time. A little bit of traffic there for Jaganat. That's probably cost him his run. I don't think this is going to be enough. No, he's definitely been compromised. That will be P3 then for Jaganat. Luco though, P4 I mean for Jaganat, after being on the pole for so long. that is qualifying done then. Luco takes the pole, Gadget P2, Bottle P3, Jaganat P4, H-Boss P5, KGR Racing P6, Barnet P7, Topa P8, Mickey P9, Vlave P10, Mark P11, and we didn't quite get there in time. So it's Luco on the pole, Gadget P2, we'll drop to the back of the field, so Dennis P12, Blue down in P13, Senna P14, Grimlock P15. Here we go. And we are lights out and away we go. As we see all sorts of carnage back there. I don't know what's happened there. I think there was some sort of contact. We'll have to catch up in a minute, see if there's any damage. Bottle with the whole shot though into P2. Running it around the outside. Oh, they are very close. Jaganat trying to make it. Keeps his foot in. His Gadget squeezed down to P4. Just didn't want to fight with that. H-Boss now having a little bit of a run in the Lexus. And then we've got KGR Racing. Lights up. Well, we're going to have an awful lot of exhaust, let's say, going on in these early laps. Blue with an absolutely amazing start up to P8. Definitely was the one who didn't get caught out in that. See if there's any damage through the field. Damage for Grimlock and damage for Topa. It's now unfortunate for those drivers, but it is Luco out front. We said he's the P4 driver, and he hadn't raced last week. Well, here's his chance to get himself up the grid. He's going to have the two blue cars behind him, though. Neither of them driven by Blue Racer. And then the entire snake now behind. Blue is going to be difficult to pass Blue. I'm going to say that now. As Mickey squeezes straight up the inside. Okay. Maybe not. Well, he is back past. This is going to be interesting. Very interesting. Because that car is definitely compromised compared to something else. Mickey sends it up the inside. That's a bit of a naughty move. That's a bit aggressive by Mickey. I think he lifted out of it. We'll jump back up to the battle for P5. It is KGR Racing fighting with Gadget. Looks down the inside, thinks better of it. But that has forced Gadget to go wide, probably looking in his mirrors. He's going to have a slightly better run. So we head down towards the chicane. It's not really an overtaking spot here. I would think you'd probably... Oh, and he's gone wide. That's going to compromise him, but Gadget's got a huge slide on. He's going to get the position anyway. And then there's an H-Boss in there somewhere as well. Soft tyres for KGR Racing. H-Boss on the mediums. Gadget on the mediums. Barnet on the mediums. Blue Racer on the mediums. Mickey on the mediums. A lot of drivers on the mediums. Hard tyres for Senna. Dennis on hards. Topa on mediums for carrying damage. And softs there. But Luco out on softs. That explains why he's just disappearing at the front currently. And then we've got an absolute train of cars on mediums. And then KGR Racing looking pretty quick on those soft tyres. Trying to make something happen early. Luco ready with trying. Oh, as he sends it down the inside there. That was a little bit of a late move. And it's going to cost him a little bit there, but he's got the soft tyres now. I will admit, I've not watched this guy drive before. No idea what his style is. So let's find out. As he goes for the move on Jaganat. Is he going to go for the inside move? He is. He's going to try and go for two. No, Jaganat just... Oh, that's some unfortunate contact. Looks like KGR Racing there just shut the door on Jag. No damage though, luckily. But H-Boss now going to be through on the inside. A little bit of a rude move there from KGR Racing. Kind of went in deep. And he has got the move down on Bottle Job as well with those soft tyres. Go out front, 4 seconds clear. He's going for the runaway and escape manoeuvre. Time-honoured tradition in ADEC. Pole sitter runs away on sticky tyres. Let's catch up with Blue, who has fallen behind Mickey then. So it is possible to overtake the CLK despite its massive straight line speed advantage. got Vlave and Mark having a little fight there. Vlave, who I think was one of the cars that lost out at the start. He was in the midfield, now he's quite far back. Looks like he had a couple of seconds lost at the start there. So yeah, I think he's one of the cars that's had an issue. Talking of cars that are having an issue, I think Barnett's had an issue, dropped behind Mickey. Got Gadget in P6. Riding behind Jaggernaut. Jaggernaut who's dropped a couple of positions. 7 seconds off the lead. Oh, a little bit wide. A little bit ragged there. He's got the TMB team leader right behind him. H-Boss just behind Bottle. Bottle is being a little bit of, pardon the pun, the cork in the proverbial bottle. Oh, there's a little bit of contact there. I think Jaggernaut went wide, and as he bounced back on, I think, I'm not sure quite what happened there. Gadget now up to P5. Yep, F for Topa. Topa has got, gone in for pits. Got the repairs done. We'll be able to take those tyres a reasonable distance. Hi everybody who's watching at home, by the way. This is a cracking start to the race and I haven't even had a chance to really talk about it. KJR Racing, by the way, is pulling away nicely from Bottle in P3. And H-Boss now going for the move. Lexus versus Lexus. H-Boss currently looking fantastic on the tyre wear. He's setting themselves up here to be the lead medium driver. Hi Kamaru. Got Gadget now also looking quick. Going for the switchback move there from Gadget. And he gets it done. Bottle now dropping behind Jaggernaut, so some real problems there for Bottle on that lap. Went from basically 3rd to 6th. Mickey now in P7 looking very strong. It's a fantastic drive from Mickey. This guy's now 11 seconds behind Luco in 1st. This track always used to be a bit of a tyre killer. You can see already the tyre wear is high. These long radius corners, 135R there. Really can mash the tyres. Bottle, for unfortunate reasons, is racing on the pad tonight instead of the wheel. Mickey runs across the grass there. Only 8 laps into this race. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the pit stops. And we will jump up with our race leader, who's got a 4-second lead on KGR Racing. It's looking a little bit quicker, but those soft tyres are absolutely mashed. So we'll see if anyone pits after only 6 laps. H-Boss in P3. P4 and Jaggernaut in P5. Mickey has now got through on Bottle Job, who is 3 seconds ahead of Barnett, who's recovered reasonably well after his early laps of a little bit of trouble. Mark 83 going well in the Greddy car. Blave in P10, having cleared the traffic, let's say. Blue Racer down to P11. CLK possibly not proving to be the greatest car switch of all time. But he is 17 seconds ahead of the two cars behind, who I think have both pitted. For various reasons. And they're just having a CLK race at the moment. Topa, unfortunately, looks like she's had damage again. Forced to slow down as well. Luco is through. KGR Racing absolutely has ruined those tyres, run them down right to the ragged edge. You can see there is no grip left there. I would be surprised if either of these guys stay out for more than one more lap. The way those tyres have been driven, the mediums aren't doing much better, to be fair. The gap is coming down. It was up to about 10-11 seconds at one point. And that is now coming down a little bit. Oh, Bottle there with a slide. Flave's looking pretty quick here at this point, but that outside tyre, you can see the red box around it. They are driving those tyres really hard now as we head towards the chicane again. Difficult circuit to overtake at in terms of on the brakes, but a good circuit to try and overtake at out of corners or on switchback manoeuvres. This is one of the biggest heavy braking zones on the track. Send it down the inside, hang the other guy out to dry, and you're through. As race leader Luco and KGR Racing has redded out a tyre. That might be the first time we've ever seen someone intentionally drive a tyre down to red. Luco out on the hard tyres. That's interesting, very interesting. He's out ahead of Jagannat. So he's effectively jumped Jagannat in terms of pit stop. Gadget and H-Boss, the only two to make it out ahead of Luco, and Luco's going to be slow getting those tyres up to temperature. You can see Jagannat all over the back of him, trying to make a move, trying to see if he can squeeze a move, but Jagannat's tyres are going to be ruined. Mickey's still there looking quick. Here we go. Is there going to be a move down into the chicane? This would probably be the easiest place to do it before Luco's tyres come up to temperature. And Jagannat does pounce down the inside. Let's see what KGR's tyres were. He's gone to the mediums. Come out just behind Bottle Job. The pit loss is probably around 12 seconds. So back to the, as we see someone in the pits, it is Grimlock, who's given up on those soft tyres because they are had enough. So it is Gadget in P1, looking for his first race victory in over a year. And he's looking good so far. H-Boss in P2, P3 for Jagannat. So far it is looking like it may be a GTR or Lexus track. They've got 4 seconds to Jagannat in P3, the next car on their strategy. Luco on the hard tyres now. This is going to be interesting. What pace can Luco get out of those tyres? How much time will he lose to those ahead of him before the pit stop? Crucially, how much time will he lose to them after the pit stop, and when is he planning to pit again? He's got Mickey all over him. I don't know if this hard tyre strategy is going to work. I know he's got effectively a 12-second gap on these guys. And I think, you know, it's really a battle between Gadget, H-Boss and Luco for the win here. Maybe KGR Racing if he can make those mediums really work. I think everyone behind that group, I think Jagannat's probably slightly outside the battle for the podium tonight. And if I'm honest, I'm very impressed with Mickey's pace. Obviously the GTR is looking good. I was wrong to say that it wasn't the meta car. It may be the meta car for this track after all. Was Mickey! Oh, Mickey, don't do that to me. I was just saying you were doing a great job. Don't go throwing it off the road. That's not what we want. Gotta be careful, buddy. KGR 2.93 seconds or so ahead of Bottle Job. Bottle Job who bails into the pits, so he's had enough of those tyres. Off that set of mediums, we are almost 15 minutes into the race, so that would be a perfect 3-stop strategy. Tyres usually go a little bit longer. GTRs of Vlave, Barnett and Mark all piling into the pits. Mark's using the most fuel, Vlave's used the least. As we have Bottle out of the pits. Drops only, I believe, 1 position to KGR. So he's 16 seconds behind. So it is actually a little bit more than that, than what I thought. Luco in P4. Mickey wasn't able to make the move, and he is now starting to close in on Jagannath. So we are very much at the crossover point for the medium tyres. Go right on the curb there. Second off his own personal, but his own fastest lap. And you can see the tyres do not like this dirty air. Let's see if Gadget is coming into the pits this time. The tyres are absolutely shredded, and he is in. H-Boss also is in, so these guys going for the opposite version of that strategy, and that releases Luco back into the lead. Doing 25.3, so still pumping in decent laps. KGR Racing though is going to be taking a second or so out of him. He'll be running probably till lap maybe 18, 19. Looking at probably 39, 40 laps. Luco was the runner-up, I believe, in this race the last time we came to this circuit in the other configuration for the final race of 2021. So Luco has good pedigree here in this car. Finish runner-up to some duck block. KGR Racing there in P2. 5 seconds ahead of Gadget, who's just come out on those fresh mediums. So here's the real interesting question. Can Gadget close the gap to Luco? Is Luco going for an asymmetrical 2-stop? That would be my guess. I think Luco might be going soft, hard, soft. Unless he's going soft, hard, medium? I think Luco's definitely going... I don't know. It's hard to know what Luco's going for here. There's all sorts of different variables here. Definitely interesting. H-Boss and Gadget. H-Boss seems to have put a better first lap in, I think. I'm not sure. No, he didn't. I'm talking nonsense. H-Boss put in a less good lap. So he was pulling away. It was Jagannath with the best lap of the three. I did think one of them had got close to the other. It was hard to tell though. Mickey also looking pretty good on that first lap. KGR Racing the 25.1s and the 25.8 for Luco. So again, losing time, but we're expecting that. Luco's running some very hard tyres. KGR Racing, of course, running the medium tyre. P6 Bottle Job setting his personal best of a 24.8 on the medium tyres, so having the clear air, able to kind of stabilise his pace. Barnett with Vlave all over the back of him with his personal best. Vlave also with a personal best, 2/10 quicker. Mark in P10, 10 seconds ahead of Blue Racer. Running around on the hard tyres, I think just trying to get through this one and pick up some amount of points. And Blue knows that this is a damaging race for him. You know, he's already had 3 results that he probably didn't want to carry on having to use. He's had 2, I believe, 4th places. So both of those are probably, not what he wanted to have to hold on to for this result. And this 11th place obviously is a race that he's going to want to get rid of. So we see a little battle here between Grimlock and Topa. Let's show some love to the guys at the back. They are are only a few seconds up the road from the leaders though, so they've got to be careful that their battle doesn't spill into the lead. October is probably significantly quicker, but Grimlock is a wily character. We'll go back on board with the leader. It's a second between the two leaders now. Gadget's not far behind. He is pushing hard. 23.5s on medium tyres. Bernie's got the bit between his teeth. He's pulled up a huge gap to Barn. Juggernaut and Barnett come together there. Didn't see what the overlap was like on the way into the corner. On the way out the corner, it looks like they've reversed positions. So I probably would guess Juggernaut felt like he probably pushed it past there. He's got a little bit more pace in that car than H-Boss does. But my word, does that... These GTRs look hooked up. 25.4s, 24.3, 24.3. So Gadget's got the freshest tyres of these three, and he's using them well to get himself back up into that top position. Those top three positions, and he's on the opposite strategy. Well, they're all on different strategies actually. Gadget's on the classic 3-stop, hitting it around the 15-minute mark. KGR Racing, of course, has gone soft to mediums. Now he will probably need to pit one extra time than Luco. That's the Luco's in the wall. Luco is in the wall. Absolute disaster. I don't know quite what happened. It looked like he got on the power a little too hard. And Luco, the man who really wanted the win here, probably to get himself right in that championship hunt. Oh, and he's got a penalty. He's got damage. He's going to have to come in. He is going to be fast for the entire rest of this race, though. 20 minutes, so he could probably go to... What tyre will give you 25 minutes of life? Because he probably wants to go back to the softs as much as possible. This has put an absolute dent in his race, literally. So that is Luco probably out of this running. So they were down to 2. Gadget, meanwhile, has got himself up into P1. KGR Racing had a poor lap. I think maybe he got held up by the back markers as well, or had to avoid Luco's spin. I don't know. I didn't see what happened. There's no damage on his car, and I think he was a bit too far back from Luco to have caused the caused the spin. I think that was just a bad positioning for the. But yeah, wow, what a shock that was. H-Boss down to the 23.8s, checking out in the 24.7s after the contact. 3 seconds behind in 5th position as we head back through the hairpin another time. Bottle job. Let's see if there's any damage on Grimlock. No. Flave's been into the pits again. No, for the first time. First time since the initial incident, I think, yeah, he had. We've got Mark in P9 and Luco out in P8. He's gone to mediums, so I think he's going to pit 2 more times. Probably go medium and soft. Barnett in P7. Hold the job in P6. Mickey P5. Checking out in P4, so that's his personal best lap of the race. Now he knows there's a sniff of a podium again. He's back in this, pushing hard. It's a personal best through the first sector, or second sector, sorry, 4 sections of the circuit. Problem with the Honda is it's probably the car that you want to run away with the best. You know, it's the car to do the classic runaway strategy that Luco was trying to employ at the start of the race, then went away from, but to the hards, and I think the hards was a bad choice. Because it just put himself under pressure that he didn't need to be under. I think mediums would have been a better shout. Gadget there. looking very quick. Of course, he's got much better tyres than KGR Racing. KGR Racing, who's on almost 10-lap-old tyres. Someone was in the pits there. It is Topo. So, Gadget P1, KGR Racing P2, H-Boss P3 with a very feisty-looking Jaggernaut behind him. H-Boss has got an issue there. He's also got an indicator on. I don't know why he's got an indicator on, but he's got one on. Let's say Gadget P4 Mickey with a truly brilliant drive. Not to, you know, it's like, what's the word? Mickey with a purple, I mean, actually, Flave's got a purple lap, by the way. With a, what must have been a pretty shocking first sector. But an amazing 135R. Servo job, of course, championship leader. He will extend his points lead over Blue at this point. But will probably lose the points lead to Jaggernaut given the current state of affairs. It is this man out front at the moment. Still looking quick in those 23s. KGR Racing gets out of it. So 25 minutes in. That is an awkward time to have to pit. Kind of reminds me of the old 4-stop strategy. That used to happen quite a lot. He pit at 12 minutes. He's gone back out on soft, so he's trying to, I think, react to that problem that he's got. I think we're seeing an alternate strategy being played there to try and get themselves back in this. Going to be lightning fast. It's found some clear space, of course, so that, you know, strategically was a good move. They're in P6, Luco in P7. Kicking himself. He had this one pretty under control. He was getting through the bad phase of the hard tyres. You know, would have been able to use an alternate strategy, maybe go for double softs at the end. And be really quick there. Barnett down to P8. Lost the position to Luca, who is looking very quick at this point, and those tyres are shot to bits. We'll head back up to the front. We've got H-Boss still holding up in second place. Gadget still pacing along. Lap times have dropped. I think maybe Gadget had a little bit of a mistake. As we head through the night time. It's getting the dawn on the other side. Absolute stunning drive so far by one of the ADEC old guard, the next champion. We haven't really talked too much about how Gadget's season's gone so far. Gadget's had an unfortunate start to the season, being that he was in the wrong car class for this. Then had a good couple of races. He had I think a P3 and then a P6 and then a P4. So, you know, good points so far. If you can drop off that that P6 here with a win tonight, that's a pretty good set of results to build on. Possibly go for a second championship. We've got another round in these cars at the end of the season, and it's going to be at Autopolis, which I think will favour these cars even more so than they were favoured last time out. No, this time out, sorry. I think the pendulum will swing further towards the Super GTs as we go to Autopolis. Another flying lap from Gadget. 24.3 to 24.6 for H-Boss. 24.7 for Jag. 24.5 from Mickey. Mickey's had an absolutely fantastic race. KGR Racing setting the new fastest lap of the race on those fresh soft tyres, but we know they won't last long. And he is now pit stop down on Gadget. So he's going to have to do some creative thinking to get himself out of this one. I think Jaganat probably feels like he's being held up a little bit on this stint. They've got very similar fuel though, so it'll be interesting to see how they take that into the next stint. And Jaganat does bet, I was about to say, I bet you one of these two bails for the pits. Jag's going for the undercut then. Where's that going to drop him out? Probably just in front of Bottle. What he needs to be is just in front of Luco, and I think actually he is, but he's got a 3-second penalty for touching the white line. Oh no, that has absolutely thrown it away for Jaganat. Touched the white line, probably a late decision in, I think, or he moved on the way out, and that has scuppered his chances. It is on the main straight that the penalty line happens. Soft tyres for Bottle, so he's going for a new fastest lap attempt to try something different. Barnett comes out in P8. Blave right on the outside of him though, although just a little bit further back, but he's going to have the destroyed soft tyres, so that's not something for anyone to really be worrying about. So we'll jump back to the front. It is Mickey into P3, H-Boss in P2, and Gadget in P1. Gadget will probably be in this time. No, he goes around again. He's happy with those tyres. They're still doing 24s. They're still quick. Let's keep going. H-Boss 25.5, so his tyres are well and truly past it. Mickey in this tyre. I think that's the thing. Jag is going to be absolutely ruined by this problem, or this mistake, because he would get the position on H-Boss otherwise. That was a really good tactical call that he's absolutely bungled. Mickey out in P6 and has taken fuel. I was wondering how he'd managed to lose all that position, but Mickey's taken the fuel, so that's interesting. He'll make that time back up at the end of the race when he doesn't have to pit for fuel, just for tyres. Luco on the worn tyres, but he has been lightning fast all race. Jaganat, I mean, that couldn't have been worse. Let's be honest. Just the wrong time to get a penalty. KGR Racing in P3, still pumping in fast laps on those. Well, he had a bad lap actually, 25.5, so that soft tyre run's still not quite working for him. H-Boss in P2. He's right at the end of the life of those tyres. Let's see if Gadget comes in this time. We're past halfway through the race. No. Gadget not interested. He's going to go for softs. He's going to go for double softs, I think. H-Boss going for the mediums. Gadget has timed this as he did back in 2020. He's given himself the clear air. He's used the medium tyres well, and now he's going to try and put the hammer down with some soft tyres at the end. Make sure that he's got the car that's going to be quickest on track at all times and seal himself a win. It really has been a dominant race this by Gadget. Of course, he'll get a shot at fastest lap as well. It's just looked so fast tonight. Jaganat is out ahead of H-Boss, but H-Boss has fueled. So 3-second mistake. Probably closer to actually 4 seconds of mistake. Lee Gosling. That's KGR is 9 seconds. See if how that's adjusting. So I think KGR is now slower. Well, I'm not sure. We'll see. No, I'm talking nonsense. Jaganat's got himself some traffic again. 23.4, 24.7. So yes, he is slower. He is going to close that gap in, but I think if he was 3 seconds closer or 4 seconds closer, he'd feel a lot better about it. KGR 9 seconds behind Gadget. Tyres aren't in as good a condition. Gadget's going to probably be in this time. 25 minutes, so he'll do probably 2 7-lap stints. Luca recovering well to P4 after his issues with a wall and a back marker. H-Boss and P5. Gadget into the pits now. Does he take the soft tyres as we are expecting? 35 minutes in and he's got fuel for days. That's the other thing we haven't mentioned. He's got so much fuel in that car. He doesn't need a pit. Senna is the car going through, and he's going to be clear of Jaganat. He wouldn't have been clear of Jaganat. Gadget with the flash to pass. As I said, Gadget going for the soft tyres. He's going to have the tyre grip advantage for the rest of the race, and it is goodbye everybody else for Gadget. He's done. He's got probably enough fuel to get himself home. Oh, around the outside. He is asking Senna to get out of the way. Senna does get out of the way. Gadget. Oh, that wasn't the best of line through there. He's cost himself a lot of time to Jaganat. Jaganat, as we've got a little bit of a fight here. Oh, he lifts out. Gadget defending the road well. Of course, Gadget's just got so much grip that he doesn't care. I think Gadget defended that pretty much perfectly. Jaganat was going to have to do something a little bit more creative to make something happen. He is having a look again, and we've seen he's going for this move before. Gadget does leave him the space. He'll have the outside momentum as that corner basically works like a little oval. Now, Jag's probably last chance saloon. Just doesn't have the raw straight line speed to be able to make a move. And that is Gadget basically home free. Another back marker in the way. Blue flags, please. And we have KGR racing out front. And those tyres are short to bits. That's another 2 sets of tyres left, I think. Unless he goes on hards. Like, he's going to have to do something here. Oh, those tyres are dead. Gadget knows how to bring these home though. It's rare for him to make a mistake when he's in the lead. Jago P3, Luco P4 with H-Boss all over the back of him. Luco on the old tyres just doesn't see any point fighting that. It's just going to cost himself more time. It's got a huge gap back to Bottle. Wow, 15 seconds. Behind at P8. And we'll jump back to our current race leader. But he's already lost the position. KGO coming out, P5. A fairly big gap to Mickey actually. He has gone for the medium tyres, so he's alternated soft, medium, soft, medium. Guessing he'll go soft again. Oh, let those come up to temperature. Taking that in P2. Soft tyres are already starting to get warm, but they do last longer than they used to. Jack doing his best in P2. He's got 5.6 second gap to H-Boss. The H-Boss has got fuel on board, so I think that's the closest race we've got here now. H-Boss, we know Gadget would still be in P2 if it wasn't for Jag's mistake with the pit stop. H-Boss would then be around 10 seconds behind, so Jag's strategy might have worked in that case, but I think in this case he's going to be stuck right back behind H-Boss again. I think it's going to be about 3 or 4 laps before they both pit. And again, like I said, I do think Jag was held up behind H-Boss at the end of the last stint. No way is it a criticism of H-Boss. H-Boss was doing everything right, but I do think he was just that little bit slower. This has been the absolute race of Mickey's ADEC career. KJR Racing. Seemed a little bit lost on the strategy front. Also takes an interesting line through that corner. Barnett into P6 with Bottle Job in the pits for soft tyres. Racer in P9. Doing the best job he can currently of recovering, but he has got rear damage. He'll be into the pits, I'm sure, soon. Let's get that fixed. No, he stays out. Dave in P10. Dennis in P11. So. Dennis with some major lag. Leo currently has the fastest lap of the race. It seems like everyone's got some lag, which means it's me with the lag. Let's hope the stream keeps running okay. So apologise for this. Hopefully it will settle itself up again soon. And through the chicane. Your best lap from Gadget. Dragon at 6 seconds behind now. He is out of fuel. H-Boss now catching, so it's the other way around. 5.5 seconds. Now Jag into the pits this time. 18 minutes of racing left. Pretty much the final pit stops now. Maybe the pits this time? Probably next time. It'll be about 42 laps, I think. Someone's in the pits. It is Grimlock. Flame versus Blue Racer. Oh, close stuff. Ball Job and Glover having, Luco and Glover having a little bit of a fight there, but Luco on the fresh tyres. That is very trivial for him to get past. And Topa has left the room. KGR racing up to P5. Mickey in P4. Like I said, fantastic drive from Mickey. H-Boss in P3, Jagging out up to still in P2. In this time? I think he'll be in maybe this time. He's starting to lose that advantage that he had. Like I say, with that 3 second, which probably cost him closer to 4 seconds of mistake. Really costly that. Gadget on the other hand has been a class of his own. Can just ease his way home now. He's done the hard work. 15 minutes left. It's 10 laps. Let's take it easy. Jagannath does pit. Fresh set of boots going on that car. Probably another 2 laps to H-Boss pits. Of course, he's already fueled up. He probably needs at most a splash. As Mickey takes the wide line through there. So you see how KGR racing there. That fuel just takes so long. That 3-second mistake really costing Jagannath. He's now 30 seconds behind. What's the actual gap? It's 20 seconds. So, Jag's going to have to pick up probably 5-6 seconds and then defend from H-Boss with the worst car in a straight line. That's a challenge. I think H-Boss has probably got this P2 fairly comfortably. Although he does of course have Mickey breathing down his neck. Gadget now winning this one at a canter. A couple more laps left on these tyres. Come in probably lap 34. He could probably go for a set of mediums and it wouldn't matter. He wouldn't get a chance at the fastest lap, no, but he wouldn't, you know, need to worry. I think the most impressive part about this drive has just been the fuel economy as well. Taking it so easy on the fuel. P5 currently. A lot of work to catch up. Loco P6. Good recovery after a really unfortunate error. It's 43 seconds behind Gadget now, so if I'm honest, I think P3 may have been his best bet. I think that hard tyre strategy call was just a bad mistake. Couldn't, and the softs just didn't last at the start. Amazing pace in qualifying. Bottle job in P7. Car just never seemed to quite hook up in the race. Looked quick in qualifying, quick at the start. And struggled. He'll still be able to come away with some good points. Indeed, Topa. The lag did get a little bit bad at points. It looks okay for the most part, but there are moments where it seems to really get bad. Barnett P8 with Lave just behind. Having just made a pit stop for fuel. Both having to give blue flags, but Flave is into the pits with some terrible tyres. And Gadget is into the pits as well with some very terrible tyres. H-Boss coming through the final corner. I don't think he's even going to get out ahead of Gadget. There's a bit of fuel going in that car. Mickey into the pits for a set, probably mediums. H-Boss, there's your chance. Go get him, Tiger. Ah, wait. Ah. Okay, Turbo. H-Boss gonna have to put some fuel in the car. And Mickey, I don't think needed to. I'm not sure. He's come out way behind Jaganat, so Jag is still in with a chance of taking this place away. We'll see what happens. Like I say, the fight for the lead is decided, let's say. And KGR Racing. Oh, that's a good thing, Topa. Always best to wait and just, you know, make sure there's no ill will. KG Racing. That is unfortunate. Yeah, it did look like a slightly dodgy start from where I was sitting. H-Boss is in, KG Racing's in, and Gadget is away. Let's see where Jaganat comes out. Is this going to be P2? It is. H-Boss though onto the soft tyres. But he has got to deal with Mickey, who's also on soft tyres. I think these two have played themselves in here. Jaganat on the mediums is going to be a little bit hung out to dry. He's got 1.5 seconds. And many laps to hold off for. Oh, Jag. Oh dear. I think not being able to take the fuel as long has really come back to haunt the NSX. Car that used to be pretty much as good as the others on fuel is now the slowest in the straight line and the worst on fuel. And it is going to be tough to hold on to this P2. That 3-second mistake, or 3.5, 4-second mistake is going to really be hurting now, because that's another mistake you didn't need. Getting caught up behind H-Boss earlier on. I think in real terms, Jag was probably the second quickest car tonight. But a mistake there, that's going to cost him, and here comes Mickey. Jag just had those couple of mistakes early that got himself stuck in the pack. He squabbled with cars that he probably didn't need to squabble with. Here comes Mickey. And this is where the Honda really struggles. Look how much speed they can run in with those soft tyres. Oh no, he's gone! Does he hit a wall? Yes, he does. And he just gets the dirty air. Oh, what a shame for Mickey. He'll still probably get away with a 5th place finish. Oh, what a shame. It all got, you know, glory and riches. Oh, what a shame. It was such a bold move to try and go around the outside and make it stick, and the car just didn't behave once he hit the dirty air. Real shame. He'll probably get P6 now, actually, looking at that gap. What a shame. It's gonna be tight here for all of... I mean, KG Racing's right back in this. I thought he wasn't in this. I think he fueled earlier than I paid attention to. Jag's managed to hold off one bullet with the fun and games of the others spinning. There's a blue racer who's lapped in the way. How long can Jaganat hold off these two? We've seen KG Racer be very aggressive at the start on the soft tyres. 7 minutes left. Or 6 minutes left. That's going to be 5 laps. It was a very close qualifying. KG Racer, I think, is a little bit quicker than H-Boss at this point. but both of them are significantly quicker than Jag. They're going to be there in 2 laps' time if they don't fight. If they fight, Jag gets away with this. That's the only way Jag's going to come second here, because if these two start fighting. And H-Boss is looking a bit ragged. KG Racer, we know, likes an aggressive move, we've learned. Will he go for a dive up towards the top 135R? Yeah, 135R. A little bit of lag in the room, of course. We'll find out, Topo. I know what I'd do. I know what you'd do. KG Racer with the fastest lap of the race. We'll go on board as we head towards that part of the track. Oh, that dirty air. You can see it's having an effect. These cars now light. They're going to turn a lot quicker when they don't have the dirty air on them. KG Racing's not going to be close. They'll get the toe now, so he's got to get this right. He goes in for the big overspeed run. Can he? He survives, unlike Mickey. Doesn't get the diffuser up onto the curb. Does he go for the move? No, he's too far back. That would be absolutely chaos. And he's made a mess of it because of it, and he's lost a huge amount of time, and both of them are going to survive another lap of not being battling for it. And I think this may give H-Boss, let's say, maybe a lap's chance to have a go at Jagannath. Of course, he's going to have the better tyres. Anyone weak on fuel? I mean, yeah, it would have been suicidal, but we've seen KG Racer make a couple of aggressive moves. And if I'm honest, I think he made more of a mess of it by trying to brake too late. He's going to have another go now. H-Boss still not quite into this toe. He will be at the end of this lap. So this is KG Racer's AWS striking distance is 2 laps. I don't know, actually. I think KG Racing's pushed his tyres too hard. H-Boss has pushed his fuel hard, though. And we know fuel can be a little bit tetchy here sometimes, or everywhere, if I'm honest. Let's go on board with H-Boss. Can he get that podium? He can see the M4R car in his sights. And he's up on the curb and he lifts out. He doesn't make the mistake Mickey does. I thought the curse of Jagannath was going to strike again. And here we go. Those soft tyres are looking a bit pants. And KG Racing right on him again. And here we go, striking distance. He's going to look down the inside. Oh, you can hear him. You can hear him. And he gets a bad run. We're trying to look for him. We're trying to look for him. Where is he? He's 1/10 behind. He's down that outside. Oh, and he survives another lap. And Jagannath's crossing his fingers. He's crossing his toes for these two to keep fighting. Jag wants P2. That gets him the lead of the championship. Gadget, by the way, checked out. 18 seconds up the road. He's stroking it home. He's got, what, 1.5 laps to go. Jagannath praying with everything he's got that their tyres fall off behind. They are starting to equalise out. KG Racer back with H-Boss again. We'll quickly run down. We've got Mickey in P6 behind Luco, Sabuttlejob, then Barnett, Blave, Blue, Senna, Dennis, Mark, Grimlock, and we jump back to H-Boss and KG Racer. And Boss does a fantastic job of... Oh, and there it is! KG Racer in the wall! I said it would happen! I said it would happen at that corner! And that is another bullet gone. Has H-Boss got the time to get back in this? What tyre life does he have left? Jagannath's in the 24.0s. Can H-Boss drag out a couple of low 23s now on these dead old tyres? I think he might. It's going to be hard. But he's got a shot at this and he's going to have a lap to do it. 1 lap to do it. On the... It's not the best place. I wouldn't say it's actually the worst place. If you absolutely nail it, you've got a shot at it. So here comes H-Boss. We're going to stay on board with this. He's going to drive it in deep. I think Jagannath's just throwing bananas at the moment. Anything he's got. 19 seconds. He's flashing those lights. What's he got? He needs to keep it tidy through here. He's flashing the lights. He's trying everything. Jagannath's a seasoned campaigner though. He's running out of moves. He doesn't get the run out of it. He gets the understeer from the dirty air. And we've got about 10 seconds. We get to the hairpin. He's not close enough. I think Jack's going to hold this one off. Just going to go around just to see if Gadget will make it. He's going to make it across the line. So we've got another lap to talk about. And Jagannath, in the most improbable way, is going to hold off. He's just going to hold off for P2. It's a drag race to the line. Here we go, boys. Final lap. What a good drive. What a drive. Good work, boys. KG Racing with P4. Luco comes back to P5. Mickey in P6. Bottle for P7. Barnett P8. Vladen P9. Blue takes P10. Dennis will hold on, I think, for P12. Grimlock in P14. But this man... yeah, I know, Tipper. Gadget 334. Winless for, I think, a year and a bit. At the track where he won a championship. Puts his chances in now for a second championship. A bad race for Blue. He's not obviously not out of the championship at all, but he is going to have to carry a 4th place. But an absolutely dominant win for Gadget. Perfect from start to finish. Blave takes the fastest lap of the race with a 21.8. Fantastic lap time. There it is, Gadget winning. Jagannath P2, H-Boss P3, KG Racing P4, Luco P5, Mickey P6. And it's that man himself. Gadget with the win. Congrats everyone, what a fantastic race. I mean, that truly was brilliant. Close. We didn't actually know Gadget was probably going to win that for, what do we think, the first 20% of the race. We had no idea Gadget was going to be that dominant. Great drive by everyone. Some great battles there. Some interesting bananas at the end. And yeah, fantastic drive by all. Thank you very much everyone who tuned in. In 2 weeks time it will be round 6. And I believe they're going to be in the Group 4 cars for, I believe, back-to-back rounds. And we'll be at Watkins Glen, followed 2 weeks later by Tokyo Expressway South. So, first time out at Watkins Glen for the ADEC Championship. We'll see how people do in their Group 4 cars. But anyway, thank you very much everyone for tuning in. Catch you all later. Hope you have a good weekend.